So this is what high-speed planters feel like. Alright, it took us about 25 minutes to fill up seed all the way. That'll be enough seed for him to plant pretty much all day. And I filled him up with water so he can spray behind the planter. We'll have to fill that up again later on today. Mike is going to move the seed wagon and off he goes. Planter today, and just thought I'd show you a little bit of the inside of the cab. We spray as we plant, which is a little different from what most people do, and so it clutters up our cab a little bit more, but that's all right. By spraying as we plant, we eliminate a trip across the field with the sprayer, and so that saves time and hours and labor, which we don't have a lot of excess labor on our farm, and so it makes it worth it. Inside the tractor, we've got several screens. This one here to the left is our GPS. We're running straight line auto steer. Okay, the next screen, that is our rate controller for our spray. So really all that thing is doing is keeping track of how many gallons we've used and monitoring. We control the rate. It's a PTO driven pump. We can just idle back across a rough spot. This is the main screen that is showing our planter monitor here. We run a John Deere planter. This monitor will show us the seed population of each individual row and for the entire planter. That's the percentage of power that the tractor is using. This right here, this shows the population that we're shooting for. This shows the actual population. It normally runs 32.6 to 32.7. This is just a bar graph showing all of the 36 units. These right here are the vacuums, and I'll tell you a little more about the vacuums later on. I've got my spray switches. We've got 3 booms, and so I can turn each individual boom off one at a time if I need to. Right now, the products that we're using, we can spray across the waterway, so I don't have to turn it off except for just at the ends of the field where I'm turning on the end rows. I can turn the whole thing off with this. We've got the planter controls here. The only thing that you mess with when you're going across the field would be the marker switch, left and right. The rest of this, the transport and plant, your tongue latch, tongue lift, and your folding, you only use that thing whenever you're folding the planter up or unfolding the planter. There's quite a bit going on in here, but it's not too terrible.
So right now, putting corn on the trailer to put on our planter. Here he is right now.
Okay, so I'm out here in the dark digging, and you wonder, why am I digging in the dark? Rain's coming. We're trying to figure out if it's cutting through the straw, and we're about to quit. And I guess maybe just plant the 10 acres. We wanted 24 hours with the corn seed in the ground before it rains, but the last 10 acres I don't think is gonna hardly have that. That is the seed right there. And that seed it's got seed to soil contact. It's got soil there, but it's got a gob of straw stuffed on top of it. So I think we're gonna quit. So this is what high-speed planters feel like. No, I'm not planting. I'm just deadheading because I had a single pass I had to get in an offset. Got to get the pivot out of the way. Planting around pivots is tricky. Alright folks, this is the last of corn planting 2023, hopefully. Okay, last pass of the year. I'm going to show you how the row clutches work. Now, you see this little wheel here? That little wheel is the electric row clutch. When it crosses over into an area that has not been planted, it will start turning, see? So the GPS tells the planter when to turn the row clutches on. And then there's a drive shaft that is towards the front of the planter, and that drive shaft is hydraulically driven. There's hydraulic motors that drive that drive shaft. The drive shaft turns all the time. This is a cable drive, which is a really neat John Deere invention. Rather than having chains everywhere to each unit, that cable drive is turned by the drive shaft, and then it in turn drives the meter. These are electric clutches, so when he gets to the point, see how that knob started turning? It got to a point where the seed had not been placed in the ground, and so the meter starts turning at that point. If we come up to the end of the field and it hits it at an angle, it doesn't hit it at a straight shot, it'll turn those electric clutches off in pairs. And so it might turn 2 units off, and then the next 2, and then the next 2. And so you don't have lap that way, or very little lap. We spent a lot of time trying to make adjustments for the GPS measurements to make sure that we don't have lap. Hey Micah, what happened? You were upset.
You might want to get back, city boy!
City boy? Are you having fun?
Yeah!
Hey, you get me wet. What happened a while ago? Why were you screaming?
'Cause crap water went down my back.
Crap water went down your back? Oh no. Was it cold?
A little.
Are you having fun?
Yeah!
Oh man.
I love chicken crap.
Yeah, I'll bet you do. You're gonna need a shower before you go in my pickup.
Nope.
That's for sure. No doubt about it. Ah, so there's more stuff up there.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere. That's what happened.
Well, Kinsey and Jessar are finishing up the last bin. I was lucky enough to not be a part of it, even though it's our easiest bin. I got to load the truck and clean tractors, so I'm gonna call that a good deal. Now I get to watch them and push buttons from the auger. Life is so good sometimes.
Not too bad looking wheat. Back and forth across the field we go.
Well, this is some of our corn down in the bottom. This is the only field that we do any tillage with. We did work this a couple of times in order to give the chance of the corn coming up more quickly. There was a slight chance of rain forecasted, and the weather has just been perfect. It seems like for this spring hasn't been too wet, but we have had a few rains, and so it's been really good. About the only thing we could ask for is a slightly warmer temperatures, but as you can see, this is a perfect stand. Really good. You probably remember me talking about the row clutches that automatically turn off. We've got them set so that they'll lap one row typically. And so here's our end rows right here, and you'll see we have, that's the last passive end rows right there, and the rows come in and they cut off about halfway between the first row or two. But overall, there's not much lap. I mean, there's no skipping. We don't want skips. And so those row clutches are really cool. Thought we'd show you how the planter meter works. For our planter, we have a vacuum system. And so the vacuum fan, which there's 3 of them, but the vacuum fan creates a vacuum suction which goes in the tube. And so this tube is vacuum pressurized. And then the hose goes to each individual meter, and it creates a suction on the back side of the plate. And so that suction sucks the seed to the plate. As it's turning, it will release the seed when it gets to a certain point. So that's how you are holding the seeds in the meter. We try to have everything where it can be replaced. And so we use your standard down pressure spring rather than an airbag, an air system, or you can get a hydraulic system, but that's really expensive. I think the hydraulic system is really good. We don't have to worry about airbags leaking. We don't have to worry about compressors going down. If for some reason the down pressure spring broke, you can go get one. In fact, we've got a couple extra ones here. Everything else on this planter we can replace easily. We keep closing wheel bearings, and so we had a couple of closing wheel bearings go out on the last day that we were planting. I replaced them.
Okay, well, obviously I wasn't in this video hardly at all. I was finishing up on school. Now I am done with school, and we're moving to mower home. But anyways, corn's up, looks really good. We got it sprayed, quite a bit of it. We still have quite a bit more spraying to do. That's what next video is going to be. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.